Hello, welcome to Lord Havoc's Marvel Champions custom content stream extravaganza. It's been a while since I've streamed. I hope you're doing okay. Hope you're doing well. If you're in my neck of the woods, then you're bloody freezing to death. It's not that cold. I'm exaggerating. It's not that cold, but it is cold. And because I'm streaming, I don't have my heater on, so yeah, it's cold. It's been a while since we streamed before. The last stream was continuing Gotham's Reckoning with Josh. We're at the second last part. We've got one more bit to go. It was a bit of fun. I've had some life stuff happening in between then. But I've also been doing some creative stuff. I have created another custom character. This time it is Mary Marvel. Oh, she's huge. Let's reduce her size a bit. Yes, I've created a custom Mary Marvel. Pretty exciting. Another DC hero, which is why I'm using the DC board. Notice the background's changed of the mat. The creators of the DC board heard my feedback that the background image, although cool, was a little distracting. So a little too much going on visually when you're like playing and stuff. And they've like made it like a monochrome type thing, which I love. Absolutely adore this. There is another one. You can change it to just a plain red that's got like a different format and stuff. I'm not a big fan of that one. Just don't really like the format. But this is awesome. Love it. So thank you. So yeah, Mary Marvel. She's had a few iterations over the years. She's actually had a bit of a revival just recently in the Power of Shazam, I think it's called. Or Champions or something. I don't know. Anyway, I've always been a fan. So the original version was the sister of Billy Batson, the Captain Marvel. DC's Captain Marvel, but the current version is Mary Bromfield, which is what the movie version is based off of. But yeah, she's essentially a female Captain Marvel. But I think she's cool. My favourite version of her is actually the Justice League version in the white suit that Maguire drew, where she has her like 1950s sensibilities, but she's in 1990s America, and so some wacky hijinks ensue. But at one point she the male members of the team are like flirting with her and stuff, not realizing that her alter ego is like a 14-year-old girl, and so it gets a bit weird. It's just a tad weird. When they find out, they're like horrified. But also she's so nice and sweet and innocent. And there's a story where all her inhibitions get taken away, and she gets put into like a gladiatorial, like she's mind control, gets put into like a gladiatorial type situation with Captain Atom, and just proceeds to beat the crap out of him, like annihilates him, and shows just how powerful she is. Like, she's not to be messed with. She's super girl, Superman level threat. So yeah, she's pretty cool. So for my version, my Marvel Champions version, I've tried to incorporate like the different versions of her over the years, to sort of amalgamate into one sort of version. Essentially, she's a teenage girl who transforms into an adult superhero. That's pretty much what it is, right? With like Superman powers. Her alter ego, Mary Bromfield. I keep saying the Feld. I don't know why. 5 Rec, civilian student. We're a family. You may include Shazam family allies from any aspect in your deck. I've made some custom Shazam ally families based on Shazam Family Allies, sorry, based on the Shazam Family movie versions. So Pedro, Eugene, Darla, Freddy. Mary's obviously one of them that Shazam creates. So I've created some versions of those. And as hit action, you can draw 2 cards, choose and discard 1 card from your hand, limit once per round. Hand size of 6, hit points of 14. Hero side, 2/1/2, Justice League, Mystic. Her powers are actually mystical in nature. They're granted by the gods. She is technically a mystic / supernatural character. She's not a superhero character. Shazam! Action. Exhaust Mary Marvel. Activate the Shazam ability of an upgrade you control, ignoring the remove a counter requirement, limit once per round. Hand size 5, hit points 14. Now that doesn't really mean much until you see her cards. I'm going to play Leadership to start off with. I'm going to break with tradition a bit. And show you her upgrade cards. They're right down the bottom. These are the 4 Shazam Family cards that I made. I didn't make one for Billy because her ally actually is Billy. Her identity ally is Billy. So Darla, Eugene, Freddy, and Pedro. I'm playing Leadership, which is blue. So her ability lets her play these guys, which is pretty sweet. I love Darla the most. Not necessarily her card, but Darla as character Darla. She's awesome. But they're all cool. All got their cool things. And they're just reskins. I haven't gone out of control in terms of originality here. They are just reskins of existing. So she's a reskin of Silk, I think. Eugene's a reskin of Cypher. Freddy is a reskin of Quasar. And Pedro is a reskin of Captain Britain? Yeah. I think I'm pretty sure Captain Britain. Yeah. Well, slightly altered to a reskin of Captain Britain because he's at hit points of 5 and he has 2 consequential. But Pedro doesn't. 1 less hit point, but less consequential. And I think Eugene Cypher's only got 2 hit points, but everything else is essentially the same. Cool. Upgrades. So here's her identity cards. As per tradition, I will leave those till later. Let's just reduce these in size for a bit. I am using the wrong cards. These have all been redone. So let's take the opportunity to fix them. Which one? Let's put them in order. S H A Z A M. Cool. So S for Celine, H for Hippolyta, A for Aurora, Z for Zephyrus, A for Artemis, and M for Minerva, and they form Shazam. I just need to get the new versions of these cards. Let me just grab these because I've actually reskinned them. Actually, before I do that, let me just explain. So these are the upgrade cards that I mentioned in her special ability, the Shazam upgrade cards, and they form the word Shazam. And during the course of the game, you need to get these 6 upgrades out. She doesn't start with them. As she gets them, she gets extra abilities. Oh, I've got a question. First time chat. Guilty Maguire. wait a minute. Have I managed to catch the Lord Havoc live? You have indeed. Welcome. Welcome, Guilty Maguire. Very exciting. Thank you very much for jumping on and having a look. Yes, you have indeed managed to catch me live. Here I am. Pleasure to have you on. How's everything in your neck of the woods? So each card gives her an ability. So retaliate 1, +1 attack, +1 defense, aerial, +3 hit points, +1 thwart, right? And then when you have all 6 out, they activate their Shazam abilities, and they are they have counters, and you can exhaust the card and remove one of the Shazam counters to do different things. For this one, you can ready your identity, deal 2 damage to an enemy, give your identity a tough status card, heal 3 damage from a friendly character, draw a card. Shuffle the 4 top cards of your discard pile into your deck, and draw a card and then remove X threat based on the cost of that card. Guilty Maguire. Oh, it's Beretta Beast. I forgot I had a different Twitch name. Awesome. How you doing, Beretta? Just for the watchers, Beretta Beast is a member of the custom content community, and we've featured their content on here a couple of times. A legend of the community. So an honor to have you on and check me out. I love it. Thank you very much, Beretta. You make good stuff, dude. Or dudette. Sorry. I should have said that. You make good stuff. That's all you need to say. I think I might, in retrospect, I think I might change Artemis's ability. Yeah, I don't know. I'll think about it. Anyway, so this is the artwork that I chose, right? So it's the gods. God. So I thought it'd be cool to have sort of more traditional, art style for the gods and stuff. But some people that I trust and admire in the community, like ES for example, have pointed out that it doesn't really fit. Although the art is cool, it doesn't really fit Marvel Champions. Marvel Champions is a comic book game. It's based on comic book heroes. So other than Hippolyta, the rest of them don't really match all that well. So I've redone them based on that advice with the art of the goddesses from the comic itself, which I'm actually not a big fan of. I don't really like that art at all, but it more fits the game. So, and I've created them as sort of alternate versions. So I'll show you what they are. So I changed them under duress. Here's the first one, Celine. Hippolyta. Also, my educational background is in mythology, and one of these really annoys me. I'll get to that in a second. So this is Aurora. Aurora. Thank you, good sir. Many thanks to you for spotlighting the custom content. Oh, it's absolutely my pleasure. Yeah, absolutely my pleasure. There's so many talented people out there that work hard to produce content for the game that they love, and they're talented people, and I want to. And there's already plenty of people covering the main game itself. They don't need another person jumping in there, and I want to highlight the great work that the custom community does. I think it should be celebrated. I think fans of the game should know that it exists and is out there and ready for them to use. And TTS is the perfect way to do it. Anyway, so like I said, I have a background in mythology, and this one really annoys me. So Zephyrus is a male god, and the comic has changed him to a female god. And the design is just awful. Just an awful, awful design. I mean, that's just terrible. What's with the 4 eyes? Just looks dumb. I really, really, really hate it. But it would have made no sense to keep the original picture and not have the others. So I was originally going to keep Hippolyta as well, because the image I used for her originally looked awesome. But then if I changed all the others, I should change her as well so that she matches. So, but anyway, that's just me whinging. So there's Artemis. And Minerva. The others I don't mind. The others are pretty cool. But, I mean, they're not the greatest. Aurora's doesn't really make much sense. Minerva's great. I like Minerva. Artemis, take it or leave it. Hippolyta always looks cool. And I quite like Selene. She's actually Selene's actually probably my favourite one. But this one's just awful. Ugh. Bad. Anyway, so they're the upgrade cards. So she doesn't get them automatically. She has to go find them. So I'll go put them all back in. So that's Mary Marvel. Now she does also have this card that comes into play from the start. So it's a setup card, so it has to come in from the very beginning. It's a Shazam card, but really all it does is just explain what the 6 other cards do. When all 6 Shazam upgrades are in play, they unlock their special Shazam abilities, and you gain +1 hand size. So that's really, so once you get all 6, you get +1 hand size. That's all it is. What else? Oh, and then I also created these. So these are 3 special resource cards. Because I run out of identity cards. Okay, I built her original 15 card set. Well, 16 if you count the special card. And really, that's all you really meant to do. That's the standard for Marvel Champion Heroes, to have 15/16 cards. So I didn't have the space in her kit to include these. So what I did is I made them temporary supplemental type cards. So you can add them to your deck if you want, as resource cards, but once they're used, they're gone. After you spend this card, remove it from the game, just to sort of help balance things out a bit. I'm actually not going to use them in this game. I think they should only really be added if you're playing expert or multiplayer. For solo, I think it's a little too much, and plus this deck already has 45 cards in it, which is 5 more than I would typically have. So I think it's a little bit much. I'm playing on the DC board. I've mentioned it before, but I'll just do it again. Some of the custom community got together there with their love of DC, and traditionally people use the Hitch's mod, which is magnificent. But there's quite a lot of DC love in the Marvel Champions community. I tell you, if FFG released a DC version of Marvel Champions, like DC Champions, it would be a license to print money. I'm not the biggest DC fan myself, but there is a lot of people in the community that are. And so they went and made their own DC version of the mod, which playable mod, which is just awesome. They've got the amount of work that's gone into this is just blows my mind. They've reskinned every single card. So every card that's available has been reskinned, the aspect cards. They've also made their own custom aspects to Determination, Quintastic, which is a reskin of the pool cards, and Speed Force, which is highly original as far as I'm aware. Determination was one of the original aspects was going to get made but get done, so purple. But then you got all the other ones. So every card has been reskinned. And then they've gone and reskinned some of the villains. They haven't reskinned any of the heroes. It's a policy that they don't reskin the heroes because they don't want to tread on the existing heroes. So all the heroes they've got here are all original, which is amazing. And then they've got, there's 88 just in this box alone. I think there's actually more than that, but there's 88 just in here. And they've either reskinned or made original villain scenarios, and then the modulars that go with them and stuff, which is pretty amazing. Mr. Freeze is a reskin of Claw, but there's plenty of original stuff in here. I had a Mazo on the show fairly recently. That's an original villain from ES. And they've reskinned the standard cards. It's just unbelievable. Just unbelievable amount of work in this board. It's insane. They got the heroes over here. What do we got? There's pre-built decks. There's some heroes here, and they're sort of split into sort of like their families. The Bat family, Justice Leaguers, Titans, Task Force X, Lanterns, that sort of stuff. I'm very pleased to say that I also have a hero on here. There's Miguel. Dial H for Hero from by Lord Havoc. He's part of the Titans, so pretty excited about that. But just an amazing amount of work. So if DC is your thing, you are covered. All right, so Mr. Freeze, Claw, my traditional testing. So let's do it. My own custom character, Mary Marvel. Let's see how she goes. Is she too OP? We'll see. We'll have to see. Let's start her on a civilian side. Let's give this a good shuffle. The villain's already set up and ready to go, but let's just give it a shuffle just to be sure. I haven't created... I've got an obligation card, but I don't have a villain set yet. So if I do get shadows, I'm just going to surge it into another card. I haven't quite finished it yet. Her villain will be herself. It's a pretty major part of the comics that she gets corrupted by evil quite easily. And becomes, Black Mary Marvel. So Black Adam corrupts her, Darkseid, Desaad, that sort of stuff. So my idea for her nemesis will be Desaad, who then corrupts her to become evil Mary Marvel. But I'm just trying to work out the balance on that. The scheme is out. So this says search for old allies, new friends. So there it is. It's there. And then advance to 1B. When reveal, discard cards until you get a minion. So let's discard cards until we get a minion. Nope. Oh, show the class. Speak of the devil. Nope. Cheetah. Here we go. After Cheetah attack, give her a tough status card. So she's a reskin of Tiger Shark. So cool. Don't need to reshuffle again. I've already shuffled here, so let's do it. Let's get into it. Mary, what can she do? Alright, so this is a pretty good start. I've got 2 of my upgrades already. H&M. That's pretty sweet. There's my sidekick card for when Billy comes out. Access the Red's room. Summoning spell. I can discard and get an ally, and I've got a reinforced suit. I am happy with this. I'm going to keep this card. I would normally this hand. I would normally discard until I got some resources, but I don't have to. So plus, I'm going to use her ability. Draw 2 cards, choose and discard 1. So 1, 2. I get another of her special upgrades. Very happy about that. And another one of her identity cards, which is Back Off Villain. Let's have a look at this one. So this is her attack card. It's her punching somebody out. I actually don't even know who that is. It looks like Lois Lane, which I find hard to believe because she just smacked the crap out of her. So I don't know who she is. If only somebody knows who she is, let me know. Hero action attack, deal 5 damage to an enemy. If this defeats the enemy, deal 3 damage to an enemy. If this defeats the enemy, deal 1 damage to an enemy. If you pay for this event using only electrical energy resources, this attack gains piercing. So she gets 3 attacks within the 1 attack, with lessening return. So lessen the power. 5, 3, 1. Costs 2. Pretty happy about that. And because the way it's worded, it's not 3 attacks, so it doesn't trigger retaliate 3 times. So I have to discard a card. I will discard back off villain, actually, because I'm going to use access the red room. And reinforce suit, I suppose, to play summoning spell. I'm going to discard cards until I get an ally, and then I just put them straight into play. So let's force a city, another custom card of mine. It's basically just a reskin of Utopia. That's really all it is. No, Maiden of Might, no identity, no, basic spell, reinforce suit, that's a shame. Endurance. Oh. Alright, there we go. Darla. She immediately goes into play. Which means she doesn't trigger her from her hand ability. Oh, what a bummer. Why, Darla, why? Ugh. Oh well. Still. Now, I would put Sidekick on her, but I don't want to use... I don't want to lose any of these upgrades, because the whole point is to get all 6 upgrades out. That is unfortunate. That's not good at all. That's a bit of a dilemma. Decisions. Wow. This is not good. I'm going to use Sidekick to pay for M. I'm going to put him down here so I can have like Shazam come out. Shazam. There we go. So put Minerva out. I don't want to use one of these to cast the other one, because then I've lost the other one. So I'm just going to keep it for now. She gets 3 counters. She can't use them just yet because we haven't got all 6, but she does give +1 thwart. So I'm going to flip to Mary and then thwart for 3 so I can get rid of this. Actually, I'm now thinking that I shouldn't have summoned. I shouldn't have summoned. That was a mistake. I was really, for some strange reason, I thought when I summoned, I was just going to automatically get Billy and get him for free because he cost 4. I don't know why I had it in my head that I would automatically just get Captain Marvel. I mean, there's 40 cards to go through. That was a very silly thing to do. So I've got the relatively cheap Darla for free. It cancelled her ability out, and then I can't use anything on her. That was a mistake. I've made a mistake here. So I'm going to use her to hit for 1. Yeah. I am not pleased by this turn of events. Not pleased by this turn of events at all. Alright, ready up and go up by 3 more. Ready for action. Limited stamina so I can ready and a strength. That's helpful. But they all cost 1, so to use it would be a bit of a waste, but we'll see how we go. Okay. 1. When revealed, oh, I've already done that. Mr. Freeze activates against me and is attacking, and he gets an additional boost card. I guess I'll defend. No, I'll just take it. I've got 14 hit points. I'm just going to take it. There you go. Hits for 1. I can take 1. It's fine. Cheetah attacks. After Cheetah attacks, give her a tough status card. So right now she doesn't have one. So she's attacking for 3. Darla will block and die. That was a complete waste. That was a complete waste. I had to discard a whole heap of cards. Yeah, that was a mistake. I should have reset from that point on. And then she attacks, so therefore she gets a tough status card. And we get an encounter card. Oh, that's annoying. Let's put Cheetah over here. Let's chuck Cheetah over there, and then just chuck this over there. All right, there we go. That works. And reveal it is cryogenic biology. When revealed, hero, take 2 damage. Mr. Freeze heals 2 damage. Okay, take 2. And Mr. Freeze heals, which he doesn't need to heal, so that's fine. My turn. Alright, let's get... well, this is now of no use to me, so let's use that to pay for... Celine comes in with 3. And let's use limitless stamina to pay for Hippolyta. Look at this go. See, now we're on fire. Now it's happening. And I guess I'll then just attack for 2. I could use Hippolyta's ability, which deals 2 damage, so it's just the same thing. I could do the remove X threat where you draw a card. It gets exhausted card. Draw a card. Remove X threat where X is equal to the cost of the card. If there is no cost, X equals 1. I'm better off using that because I get a free card. So I'm going to exhaust Mary and use the ability, the Shazam ability, without having to use the counter. So I still have to exhaust it, but I don't get to use a counter. A creature control ignoring the remove counter requirement. So I get to draw a card, which is Sasha. Okay, so I get to remove 2 threat. There's only one threat in play, so I'll remove the 2 threat, and then I'll use strength to play Sasha, which lets me draw a card. Yeah, this is right. This is working out all right now. But I won't do anything with Sasha because there's no threat to remove, so I don't need to worry about that. I don't know who Sasha is. Sasha Bordeaux. Oh, there you go. So I'll ready this. Yeah, this is working a lot better now. Get 5 cards. No, 4 cards. So that means I didn't get that one. So let's shuffle that back So there's my cards. Basic, first aid, inspired, Freddy. So even he would have been better as the one that came out. The theme on this set is awesome. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Coming from you, that means a lot. Thank you. I was worried it might not work properly, but I'm trying. Yeah, that really means a lot, dude. Thank you. And back off villain, which we saw before. So there's that. Threat. Mr. Freeze attacks. Again, I'm just going to take it. I'm going to take it. Sasha's at my thwarter. And I've got 11 hit points. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, so he hits for nut. He hits for 0. So there you go. But I get false faces in play as the boost effect. So cool. Now, Cheetah is attacking. That one I think I will defend. So Cheetah hits me for 3. I don't have my +1 defense 1 card yet, right? No, I don't. So I'll take 1, but then I'll retaliate for 1, which knocks her for a tough. But she just attacked, so she gets another tough. So she just basically keeps getting tough, which is not good. And he then gets to attack as well, because he came out before the time that we get to do it. So I take another 1 from him. Then we get an encounter card. And the encounter card is... Oh, another minion. This is not good. She doesn't do very well against multiple minions. Why is her card so big? Scale on some of these cards is a bit odd. Silver Banshee. After Silver Banshee attacks you, discard 1 card at random from your hand, which is a reskin of Radioactive Man. She looks awesome. The artwork on that ES chooses is always top notch. ES is the master of proper artwork. It's really impressive stuff. And ES is the one that reskinned all the cards. So every reskin card you see is because of his hard work. Alright, what to do. I can't afford Freddy, which means I can't afford Inspired. So I'm going to use them to do something else. So basic spell, heal 3 damage, heal 3, remove 3 threat, deal 3 damage. Alright. Okay. Well, let's kill Silver Banshee, because seriously, it's painful. Having to deal with that discarding card is just infuriating. So those two are going to pay for back off villain. So I deal 5 damage to an enemy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I deal 3 damage to an enemy, and then I deal 1 damage to an enemy. Well, I've only got 2 left on her. 3 and 1. I'll just do the 3. So she's dead. Bye! Or knocked out, or whatever it is you want to say. And I've got 1 left. Did I use energy resources? Yeah, against piercing. I could knock 1 through tough. But then what would be the point? Yeah, it's got piercing, right? Actually, yeah, you know what? I will do that. So I'll do the 1 to knock piercing off of her. To pierce through her. Which gets rid of her tough and does a point of damage. Right. So that was 5, 3, 5, 3, 1. Piercing. Right. So now I can Oh, didn't realize she was exhausted. Hmm. Can't afford basic spell. I'm going to keep them for now. Something tells me I should have killed this dude. I'm going to flip to Mary and trigger her 2 cards. Draw 2 cards, discard a card. Oh, there's Billy. Which I now can't afford. You're too expensive, buddy. I mean, you do kick some butt, but you are too expensive. But I did get an upgrade, so that's without doubt that is going into play. So let's basic spell. We'll put another 3 on her, down to 5. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to keep Artemis in my hand for a second. First Aid and Captain Marvel are going to pay for... Oh, no they're not. Basic spell is a hero action, which I cannot use while I'm in Mary Bromfield. I have to discard one of these cards. I forgot to discard one. So I don't have enough anyway. So I'll discard Captain Marvel, since I can't afford him. These are the cards that I've got. And so First Aid will pay for Artemis. There we go. Who technically I think is there. So 3 things. So she gives me +3 hit points. 1, 2, 3, which is pretty good. Basic spell I'll hold on to. Let's ready and get 5 cards. Back up to my hand size. Alright, what do we got? Unshakable means I've got steady. Here's 2 of my custom allies, Eugene and Pedro. Pretty sweet. My Shazam family people. Here's another upgrade. Oh, they've come out so fast. I was worried they might not come out fast enough, but they're coming out alright. Maybe even too fast. The original alter ego ability for Mary was that it costs less to put allies out. 1 less. Captain America's ability. But ES suggested I change it to the card draw one so that you get the upgrades out, but they're coming out so fast. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. And your other identity card is Brains Over Brawn, which is her thwart card. Remove 2 + X threat from a scheme where X equals your thwart. So at the moment it would be 5. And if you pay for this event using only mental resources, the event ignores crisis icons and can be divided among schemes as you choose. It's Mary and Dala there having a high five. I love Dala. She's awesome. 1 thread on here. Actually, he's just scheming, so he only gets 1 card. There's her obligation. I'll go through that in a second. So he schemes for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That triggers to the next stage. Freezer Burn. When revealed, discard cards from the encounter deck until a minion is discarded and put it into play. Nope. There we go. Bulletproof Goon. Guard and Toughness. So we get the top card. There we go. I'm going to take that over his face. And then down to 0. And swap to 2B. Starts at 0. And then these guys get the scheme. So 0, 1, 2. Cool. And then we get an encounter card. Now, before I do the encounter card, I'm just going to read it. So this is her obligation, which she doesn't trigger, obviously, because it came out as a boost card. But I just want to show it. So it's downtime. Give to the Mary Bromfield player. You may flip to alter ego form. Choose. Your identity does not ready as normal at the end of the phase, and there's an action you can spend 2 energy resources to remove downtime from the game. Pretty basic. Nothing too excited about for that obligation. Alright, my encounter card is... Wait, I'm just going to fix this because this is off-center and it annoys me. So there's that one. That's the little things in life. Alright, advanced cryo armor. Attached to Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze gains Retaliate 1. Okie dokie. Fair enough. Okay, my turn. I'm going to immediately use her ability. Draw 2. Discard 1. Okay. I don't need Shazam family right this second. So that's a possibility to go. Shazam family is another one of our identity cards. It says add 2 plus X counters to Shazam cards. Divide it as you choose. X equals your thwart. If you pay for this event using a energy resource, return this card to your hand. I can't activate their abilities just yet, so adding or removing some at the moment I don't really need. Pedro is quite expensive. When he defends an attack, deal damage to the attacking enemy equal to the number of Shazam family cards you control. I would only control 1. Mary herself is not part of the Shazam family, which she probably should be. When I think about it. So it's pretty unusual to have 3 traits. 2 is pretty much the most you have. So I might take away her Justice League ability and replace it with her trait and replace it with Shazam family. Because it would make him be a little bit more useful. Maybe. Yeah, Shazam family is the one I'm going to discard. Alright, so with that being said, I can now flip back to Mary. Let's put... So she didn't attack, so she didn't get a tough card. Let's use energy to pay for basic spell and do 3 points of damage. 1, 2, 3. She's down to 1. Sasha is going to remove the 2 threat. Take a point of damage. So I don't need brains over brawn now, so that will pay for Aurora. I just need the Z. Just need the Z, and I am all powered up. Now I've got +1 defense. Alright, well, Mary's going to knock out Cheetah. She annoys me. She is knocked out. What makes the more sense? Getting Unshakable? I don't think there's any card in the claw set that confuses you or stuns you. Oh, yes, there is. Well, in the claw set, it's his gun. In this, I guess it's Miss Freeze would also have like a freeze gun. He has an attachment that he gets that stuns when he attacks you, but he has to attack and damage. I don't think I need Unshakable. I'm going to use these two to bring out Eugene. So I've got another defender at the very least. Ready. Let's get 5 cards. Okay, so Sorcerer Supreme, sweet. There's my +1 hand sizer. Suit up, I can go grab an ally. Ready for action to give an ally a tough status. Genius and limited stamina so I can ready. Excellent. I'm cool with that. Threat. He will attack me. I haven't even damaged him once. He's still on 12. So he's attacking. So I think I will actually just defend with Eugene. Just get just an easy defense. Although I am defending for 3. If I defend and with retaliate. No, I'm just going to take it. I've got 12 hit points. There you go. So 2 plus a boost thing. If the activation deals damage to you, exhaust your hero. Oh, you mongrel. Oh, what a bummer. Oh, well, I still retaliate back for 1. Oh, what a real shame. This guy hits me for 1 and retaliate back. Get rid of his tough. This guy hits me for 1. I retaliate back. Do damage to him. Ah, what a shame. That's not what I wanted. Counter card. Another villain. They're just coming out of everywhere. Abracadabra. Force intro. When Abracadabra attacks you, you also resolve his attack against each other hero. So he's Whirlwind. Whirlwind reskinned. Another cool picture. Awesome stuff. Okay, alright, my turn. That is not what I wanted. Okay, Genius is going to pay for Sorcerer Supreme. I mean, that's a must. It would be ridiculous not to have it. Okay, and then Suit Up is going to pay for Limitless Stamina. So I can ready. Alright, now that I'm ready, what can I do? I can use one of her abilities. Shuffle top 4 cards and then draw a card. Draw a card and remove X threat. There's only 1. Give me a tough status card. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. Ready. I can exhaust to then ready. Wait. That would be pointless. Exhaust her to ready. That would be silly. What to do, what to do, what to do. She's currently hitting for 2. This guy's lost his tough and he has guard, so I can't hit. Yeah, let's take this guy out. So Mary does 2, Eugene does 1. He's down. Got rid of him while I had stood a chance. This guy will kill himself from retaliate, so I'm not really worried about him. And then Abracadabra only hits for 2, so it's not too bad. Sasha's going to kick back until there's more threat on here to do. I'm going to discard ready for action and see what I get. So ready, I get +1 hand size, so I get 6 cards. Alright, so we get Ravager. Awesome. She's the target of my suit up card. She would have been the target to go get her. She's awesome. Absolutely awesome. There's my last Shazam card. So, pretty sweet. Maiden of Might is a defense card. When a friendly character would take any amount of damage, prevent 6 of that damage. If that character was not you, draw a card. Suit up. Wait, how have I got another summoning spell? Oh, have I cheated? I think I've cheated. I have cheated. Summoning spell. You're only allowed to have 1. You're only allowed to have 1 summoning spell on your deck. So, sayonara. And I'll get a different card. Inspired. And the Rock of Eternity. Exhaust the Rock of Eternity. Generate a energy resource. Pretty basic stuff. I love this picture of the Rock of Eternity. It's great. It's basically just someone's just photoshopped a rock onto like some sort of psychedelic space scene. And this is from a comic. This is not some artwork I found on DeviantArt or something. This is an image from a comic. It's quite clearly some rock they found in their garden. Photoshopped onto some artwork. Hilarious. Laziness 101. But having the last upgrade is very exciting. Okay, so threat. He attacks again. I'm just going to take it. Yeah. I think I'm just going to take it. For now. He hits me for 1 plus a boost effect. If it deals damage, he's also here. Oh my god! Why does that keep happening to me? 1, and I retaliate for 1. Oh, that is just painful. This guy attacks 1, but then retaliate kills him. And then he attacks. Actually, you know what? Eugene's going to take it. Eugene's going to take it for me. Thank you, Eugene. Love you. Alright, we got a card and the villain schemes. Oof. That's no good. 2 plus 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, so close. So close to losing. Don't like that at all. Don't like that at all. Okay, Rock of Eternity is going to pay for... Oh, you know what? I just don't think I can afford Ravager. Ravager's going to pay for... Z for Zephyr! Shazam! Boom! Shazam activates! Look at that. Shazam! Well, that says boom. Would have been better if it had Shazam written behind it, but anyway. Boom! Shazam abilities are now activated, and you gain +1 hand size, which is pretty sweet. Maybe a little OP actually, when you think about it. But that's right. Here's what it is. Yeah. Boom! I can now activate all these cards. Love it. I might get rid of the +1 hand size. That's a little too much. She has the Mystic trait, which means I can grab this. Hand size is now 7. It's a tad much. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. Alright. I can now start activating all these shenanigans. I now have Aerial, which is also a bonus. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm just going to start kicking the crap out of stuff. So first things first. Boom. Spend a counter and ready. Thank you very much. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. Yes, I will activate that as well because it means it doesn't trigger retaliate. So boom, boom. Thank you. See you later. Give your identity a tough status card. Why not? Why the hell not? Heal 3 damage from a friendly character you control. Well, that'll be me. 1, 2, 3. Thanks. Oh, Shasha, by the way, will thwart for 2. And die. Shuffle the top 4 cards of your discard pile into your deck. Draw a card. No worries. 1, 2, 3, 4. Draw a card. Sasha, that's awesome. That pleases me. That pleases me. Suit Up is going to pay for the Rock of Eternity. That and Inspired is going to pay for Sasha. She's going to draw me a card. And she's going to thwart for 2. Thank you very much. What does my last one do? Draw a card and remove threat equal to the cost of the card. The card is 2, so I remove 2. Alright, back to 0. That pleases me. That pleases me. I am going to... I need to start attacking this dude. I'm going to attack for 2. He will retaliate for 1 and knock off my tough. I'll then flip to Mary. Get these last 2 cards. I have to discard a card. It'll be... Brains over Brawn. I then deck out, which means that I get an encounter card for next turn. I can go there. And then I'm done. Ready. I now have 8 card hand size. That's a lot. I'm going to get 4 cards. Yeah, that's a substantial amount of cards. Alright, Boink, threat on here. He schemes 2 plus 2 is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy then schemes for 1. And I get another encounter card. So, just praying that neither of these are advance. Oh, there's his gun. So there's a gun that gives him stun. I knew it was in there somewhere. Pretty cool. Look at the artwork. It's just amazing. Yes, does such a great job. And the second one is Iced Over. When revealed, Alter Ego, discard one card at random from your hand. One card at random from your hand. Okay. So the way I do that is I get them all. And I group them all up. And I shuffle them. And I just grab whatever the top card is. Eugene Cho. It's fine. I can live with that. The other 7 will go back into my hand. Cool. Alright. I'm in Mary Forms. I'm going to use her ability. Oh, is it once per round? Yeah. I used it on her turn. That's the end of the villain phase. It's now back to my turn. It's now a new round. So I'm going to do 2. And I have to discard a card. I don't think I need 2 Maiden of Might, so I'll get rid of that one. Okay, flip to Mary. Let's kick some butt. What is he on? 6. I've got to do some thwarting though, because he's got 6 on the thwart on the scheme. So okay, let's use Back Off Villain and the Rock of Eternity to pay for Basic Spell, which will remove 3 threat. 1, 2, 3. Sasha will remove the other 2. Down to 1. And get knocked out. Thank you, Sasha. You did well, Sasha. You did well. Actually, you know what? I was going to keep that for Ravager. Actually, no. No. I'm going to say that I gave her Ready for Action. He's going to pay for Reinforced Suit. Which means that she survived. Because she would have had 2. She had 1. She had 1 left over. Now she's got plus 2 hit points. So she's still thwarted for 2. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. Ravager is awesome, but getting her out. You can flip and shuffle the cards while in your hand. Really? Oh my god, that's awesome! How awesome is that? Dude, thank you so much. That's great! And then just flip them all back over. There you go, I've learned something. Appreciate it. I was going to put Ravager out, but now I'm thinking... You know what? I'm going to say... Oh. I didn't want that down. I'm going to say Ravager actually put Inspired onto Sasha, and she actually did that last bit of threat. She's got 3 thwart now. Yeah, let's do that. Which means that Maiden of Might can heal her for 2. She's going to be my thwarting machine. So I can start doing these. Let's attack for 2. And get retaliated for 1. I'll then ready. Attack for 2. Retaliate for 1. I'll deal 2 damage, which doesn't cause him to retaliate, but he dies, and he goes into stage 2. A new Ice Age. It's not there. New Ice Age. Okay. Any card that is searchable should be named, so you can search for them. A new Ice Age 3, and he gets plus 10 hit points, so he's back up to 28. Okay. Give your identity a tough status card. Why not? And heal 3 damage from a friendly character. That'll be me. 1, 2, 3. And shuffle the top 4 cards you just by a pile into your deck, draw a card. Well, the top 4 cards are 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I want those 4 cards? Well, I guess I do. I mean, it's not going to hurt. Oh, actually, no. You know what? I'm about to get a new hand. I won't do that. Draw a card, remove X threat. I don't need to do that either. Oh, that's in play now. So I might actually do it. I'll do this one. Draw a card, remove 2 threat. There we go. That's handy. Okay, reset. I'm going to put these here and put her over here so that I know that they belong to her. Let's do that. Okay, so I've reset everything. I've got a tough card so I can defend. Okay, so my hand size is currently 7. I've got 1, so let's get a 6. Okay. I'm happy with this. 1 from the normal villain phase, and then you get 1 from the acceleration. He is attacking. This time I will defend because I have a tough card, so I'm cool with it. Unless he gets piercing, which would be bad. So 1, 2, 3, 4 tough hits. He deals no damage, so I don't get stunned, which is good. Then get attacked by Abracadabra for 2. Oh, if I have a tough card, do I still do retaliate? Yep, because it's based on attack, not on defense. So, boink, retaliate. Thank you very much. Abracadabra hits me for 2 and retaliates for 1. And then we get an encounter card. And the encounter card says Surge. So I get false faces and I surges into Count Vertigo, another minion. Oh, minion mania. The engaged player must defend against Count Vertigo with an ally they control if able. So that's the reskin of Melter. Oh, bloody hell. Minions, minions, minions. It's madness. Alright, my turn. Well, I'm going to ready. So that's the end of that. So until I get the Shazam family card, which is right here. Hey, thank you. That'd be cool. But anyway, so she's readied. Let's see. Let's use this card's ability to draw a card and then remove threat based on the cost. The cost is 2. So I'll take it off of... yeah, I'll take it off of here just to get this out of play. So it goes down to 17. Oh. I'm gonna. I better use Sasha to get rid of that too, just because it's starting to freak me out. All right. Let's see. What else? Deal 2 damage to an enemy. Let's get rid of this guy. Oh, so much going on. I'll attack for 2. And then let's use Summoning Spell, the Rock of Eternity, Inspired, and no, Summoning Spell on the Rock of Eternity to put out Force at City. There's those 2. And then let's use Pedro, Limit, Stamina, Inspired, and Basic Spell to put out Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel attacks for 3. 1, 2, 3, knocks him out. He takes 2 consequential damage, but he generates a energy resource, and because he come into play, Force at City is going to exhaust to ready Mary. He generates an energy resource. I'm going to use that to play Shazam Family, which adds 2 plus X counters where X equals my thwart. My thwart is currently 3, so I get 5 counters. And because I used an energy resource, I can return that card. I can return this card to my hand. So there's the synergy there happening. That's how it was meant to work. Captain Marvel's meant to generate the Shazam Family, which then brings it back to my hand. So I'm very glad that worked out exactly how it's meant to. I now get 5 resources that I can add. So it's 1. 2, 3, 4. What does this one do? 5. Yeah, I think I'm cool with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Now, unfortunately, Rock of Ages is exhausted and I have no more cards to use Shazam Family again, but I can do this, which is currently active, shuffle the top 4 cards. Let me just make sure one of those is energy. It is, so that's fine. So I'll use that, shuffle the top 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then draw a card. It is not an energy card. It is, however, ready for action. Do I sacrifice Shazam Family to pay for ready for action? I don't think that is a good choice. I am going to use Zephyrus to heal Captain Marvel. I'm going to give my identity, use the last aura counter to give my identity a tough status card. Which means I'm not going to use Ready for Action for Shazam. I mean Captain Marvel, sorry. Mary's going to hit for 2. And then Retaliate just knocks the tough off. Yeah, cool. I'm going to discard Ready for Action and see what I get. I'm going to keep Shazam Family though. Everything here is done. Everything here is done. Ready. 7 minus 1 is 6. I got 6 cards. Sorry, I just got a text from my wife, and anybody watching this who is married understands that you immediately read that text. Okay, all right. Yeah, I don't know if I did that properly, but well, I did it according to the rules, but I don't know if that was the most efficient way of doing things. Threat. He is attacking. He gets 2 cards. It's his last 2 cards. That means he's going to deck out. Yeah, I didn't do that properly. I didn't want Retaliate to take her tough off. I wanted her to be able to defend with tough. Yeah, I didn't do that right. I have failed. Yeah, I did not do that right at all. I'm going to defend. He's doing 1, 2, 3. And I defend for 3. So that's pretty good. And then I retaliate for 1. Alright, that worked out alright, thank God. He is decked out. So he gets an acceleration token. Abracadabra hits me for 2. And then he gets retaliate. And then we get an encounter card. Encounter card is Shadow of the Past. So, like I said, I'm just going to surge that. Which is a bit crap. I don't like it, but I don't have her villain ready yet. Her nemesis yet. So we get another minion with guard and toughness. Okay. Alright, my turn. Let's get... What have we got? 14 hit points. I'm not stunned because he didn't damage me, so I'm fine with that. So the gun doesn't trigger. Let's use access the red room to pay for Shazam Family. It's an energy resource, so it comes back to my hand. I get 5 counters. 1. Oh, I've got to add to here that it can't go above its original starting counters. I need to do that. Otherwise, she's going to stack a whole heap of counters on there. I need to make a note. Can't go above starting counters. Can't be used to take it above the starting counters. Otherwise, that would just be OP as hell. So 1, 2, 3, for 5. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So it's back to my hand. Let's get Suit Up to pay for Sidekick on Billy. Let's use the other Suit Up to pay for Limitless Stamina to Ready, and then flip to Mary. And do my draw 2, discard 1 ability. Okay, so that's the one I'll discard. Genius will put Darla into play. When she comes into play, if you control another Shazam family card. So like I said, Beretta, if you're still on, can you inquire? Can you help me out? Is it against the rules to have 3 traits? I mean, I know it's unusual, but is it a big deal? I've been told off for it before. No, it's not a big deal. Like, I mean, if I gave her Shazam family, would that be okay with you, do you think? Or should I take away her Justice League trait and give her Shazam family instead? For the sake of the game, she doesn't have Shazam family, so I'm not going to do it. I'm playing it as written. She doesn't have it, and so therefore I can't use Darla's ability. So it is what it is. But I do want to make the change that she is part of the Shazam family, so that all of her stuff triggers. Otherwise, it doesn't really make. I have plenty of characters with 3 traits. Oh, there you go. Sweet. If Beretta says it's alright, folks, it is alright. I'm cool with it. What I should do, I should look to see if there's any official ones that have got 3. I don't know if there is. I'll do that. Alright, let's do it. So Darla comes into play. I'm playing as written. She doesn't activate her ability. It is what it is. Alright. Anyway, so I was in Mary form before. I just flipped over to show Beretta what I was talking about. So I'm going to wreck... Oh, wait, no. Before I wreck, I'm going to attack with Captain Marvel. 1, 2. Three. No, I can't do that. What am I doing? 1, 2, 3. That's not what I was doing. Darla's going to hit for 1 and knock off this dude's tough. And then Captain Marvel's going to hit. 1, 2, 3. Alright. Now, he takes 2 consequentials. It then generates an energy. And I'm going to trigger Shazam family, which costs an energy, comes back to my hand. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, that's too powerful. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculously OP. I've done it twice in one round, in one phase. It should be. This is now the third time is it the second time I've done it? Because Clobber costs 2, and if it's the first card you play, it comes back to your hand. This is 1, and if you use an energy resource, it comes back to your hand. So I either need to increase the cost to 2, or say that it has to be the first card and an energy resource to come back to your hand. Yeah, I'm doing that. I need to make a note. If it's the first card and it was an energy resource, it comes back to your hand. Otherwise, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculously powerful. First card plus energy resource comes back to hand. Yeah, no, I'll make that change. Okay. Okay. So it's okay for now because it was the first card I played. So it's okay for now. But moving forward, it has to... I'll make it the first card. It has to be the first card. Okay, so Darla gets her consequential. Alright, now I've done all the attacks. He gets retaliate because he hit him. So he gets retaliate. He's exposed. He has 3 consequential damage. I'm now going to wreck 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And because I wreck, he also wrecks. After he makes it basic attack, heal 2 damage. So 1, 2 from him. Okay. Alright. I'm going to heal 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. So she's back up to full. Well, she actually has 3 extra hit points, but she's back up to full. I can't flip again. I can't ready. I can ready again. Actually, I should just ready and wreck again. Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use this to ready and then wreck again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then he heals another 2. Sweet, that works. Let's use Hippolyta to deal 2 damage to this guy. Here's a counter. 1 thwart. Let's use Sasha to thwart that 1. She gets her 1 hit point thing, and then I'm going to say heal her back to 0. No, that's a waste. I'm going to say Sasha's on the 1. She doesn't do anything, because instead I can use Minerva to draw a card, which is 1, and remove 1 threat. So I use the 1 threat from her. So I use Minerva instead. So now I have a card. I'm going to use Shazam Family to pay for Inspired on... Let's move Billy over here and put Inspired on him and sidekick on him. Running out of space. Running out of space here, people. Alright, so he's now got inspired. I think that's everything. I could keep doing stuff here. Heal 3 damage. I don't want to do that. Got nothing to heal. Give your identity tough status card. I don't need to worry about that because she's in alter ego mode. And Artemis is the top 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, why not? Shuffle the top 4 cards in. And then draw a card. Brains over brawn. Okay. I'm happy with that. Okay. I did a lot. I can't complain about that round. A lot happened in that round. So it's ready. My hand size is now a ridiculous 8. So 1 in hand means I get 7. Here's my hand. Okay. Then, alright, 1, and then 1 from acceleration. He then schemes 2, plus 2 is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He schemes for 0. He schemes for 1. Boom, 7. Oh, jeez, so close. It's too much of a risk going into alter ego. I really shouldn't do that again. Get an encounter card, because if this is advanced, I mean that's it. It's game over. Society of Savagery. Look at that picture. How awesome is that? That is so cool. Each society minion attacks the hero is engaged with. If no attacks are made this way, search the encounter deck and discard power for a society minion, put it into play, engage with it, and shuffle the encounter deck. So no attacks were made this way because I'm in alter ego, so he can't attack. So it means I get to get a society card. And I get to search. So is there anybody in here? No. Search for a society minion. I would normally grab Abracadabra. So this is a bit of a dilemma. Who do I grab? Who's the next obvious choice? Silver Banshee is the one where you discard a card. It's definitely not her. Like, that's just not happening. I think Cheetah would be the next obvious choice. Yeah, let's do Cheetah. And it makes sense. It was Cheetah's card that did it. So let's put Cheetah into play. Engage with me. Okay. My turn. Can I win? Can I win? He only has 9 to go. This guy's got guard. Can I kill the guard and then him before it's the end of the game? So let's use Mary's ability. Draw 2. Discard 1. Well, Shaker will be the one I discard. Don't really care about that. So now let's flip. I've got 16 health. I've got allies. Okay. First things first. Thwarting for 3. 1, 2, 3. Boom. And then let's use Minerva's ability to draw a card. 1. So it's down to 3. Mary's going to thwart for 3. And then endurance. No. Yeah. Endurance is a mental. So brains over brawn will pay for limitless stamina, which will ready Mary. Okay. I think we've got this in the bag here. think we're okay. Because if Mary and Darla both hit this guy, that knocks him out. Darla will die. I have not seen team training show up once. Have I forgotten to put it in? So Darla gets knocked out. The other brains over Brawn will pay for the other limitless stamina, which will ready me again. So 9. So Billy will hit for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take 2 consequential and then 1 more from retaliate. He generates an energy resource. That energy resource and strength will help pay for Pedro. Hippolyta will deal 2 points of damage. Then Pedro will hit for 2 and take a consequential and a retaliate. And then Mary swings in for 2. Victory! Victory with Mary using leadership. Alright, so a couple of notes. 1, she has to get the Shazam family trait, and I have to fix this because it's too OP. Everything else, though, that worked. That worked for me. I might have to rethink the hand size thing. I might change this to say that she readies instead of getting a hand size. Exhaust this to ready her. Maybe, but then it sort of makes this like sort of superfluous. Because this readies her too. I don't know. I have to rethink this card. Because she has the Mystic trait. I mean, this only works while you're in hero form. So I guess that does limit it. Maybe if I say this is only in hero form too? Yeah, I don't know. Actually, yeah, you know what? I will. I'll say this is only in hero form. Yeah, okay. Let me make a note. The joys of playtesting. What's it called? Shazam. Okay. +1 hand size in hero form. Okay. Alright. Cool. Alright, well I've got a playtest with... So that's playtest with leadership. I swear there's a team training in here. There has to be a team training in here. If there isn't, then I have failed. I might get rid of... There is not... I've failed. I'm going to get rid of one of these ready for actions and put in team training instead. What have I done? How ridiculous. Cybernetics. Side by side. Go all out. Rapid response. There's no rapid response either. What have I done? Make the call. Green arrow. Morale boost. Can't believe there's no team training. What a disgrace. Place. I'm moving too fast. My computer's like, hey, you're going too fast, dude. What the hell, man? Is it not called team training? What's it called? I'm sure it's called team training. Rapid response, mission leader, versatile construct, clarity, comms, cybernetic inspired, leadership, reinforced, sidekick, throwing weapons. Have I gone mad? What is the card? Something's gone. What? What is the name of the card that gives all your allies +1 hit points? I'm sure it's called team training. Google to the rescue. Google Foo to the rescue. Oh, glad I was able to catch a game live, but I'm off to bed. We absolutely have to get a game in sometime. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yeah, I think I threw in the Discord. I think I threw you a DM and said, "What is your time zone?" And you didn't answer, so I felt bad. I thought maybe I'd overstepped my bounds. Yeah, I sent you a message. So if you don't mind me asking, where are you located? So we can like work out time zones and stuff. He never replied to me. So yeah, we'd absolutely would love to get a game in. That would be sweet. Yeah, thank you so much for joining though. Really appreciate it. Yeah, it was a real honor having you watch. So go to bed, get some sleep. Team training, leadership support. See, I told you it existed. It's a support. It's a support. Here we go. What am I looking at here? Black Hawk. Leadership training. Oh, is it missing? Oh, it's down here. No? It's clearly missing. Something's gone horribly wrong. Alright, it's not just me. It's actually missing. So, I'm going to have to report this to... my bad, Pacific Standard Time. Alright, take care, man. Have a good... Get some sleep. Love it. Yes, team training is missing. Is it up here? Is it in the wrong spot? No. It's definitely missing. I'm going to send him a Discord message. I can never get the mods. I can never get the Discord bot to trigger the card. Like, you're meant to put it in these special brackets and it's meant to trigger what the card is. I'm going to do it again. Team training? No, just hates me. I don't know why it never triggers for me. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I've let ES know. He'll fix it. Cool. Alright. Anyway, back to the game. No need to be boring. Let's recall this. Recall this. Recall this. Alright, so as I was saying, that is now victory using leadership. So I'm going to make a couple of changes to these cards, and then I will play again, do a play test with a different aspect, justice, or I've got a justice deck and a protection deck. Well, this doesn't really show it. There you go, protection and just went too fast. They're justice. Showing Eugene and Darla doesn't really help because they're already justice and protection anyway. So anyway, yeah. So thank you very much to what are these sitting up here for? What are these sitting up here for? Just random cards sitting up here? How random? Oh, they were from my hand. Oh, how silly of me. They were in my hand. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm pretty excited about this character. I think she's her god upgrades, her Shazam upgrades are pretty cool. Originally the pictures were just going to be the letters SHAZAM, but that was boring as hell. So I was thinking I might also incorporate the S, like some sort of stylistic SHA, like in the image somewhere, but I'm no artist. I have no idea about this sort of stuff. So I quickly abandoned that idea. It was a silly idea. I have no ability to do that sort of stuff. Anyway, that's it. I'm just rambling now. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks again to Beretta Beast for showing up to watch it live. That was pretty exciting. And yeah, as always, look after yourselves, look after each other, take care. Till the next video. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.